Introduction. Welcome to the United Nations Police English Language Assessment. This assessment consists of two parts, the reading comprehension and the audio comprehension. The instructions to both parts will be clearly explained before we commence. The use of any computer devices, microphones, books, external notes, or assistance from others is not permitted. We expect full compliance and good conduct during this test. Any candidates who fail to observe appropriate conduct will be excluded from the assessment process, and the incident will be communicated in writing to the authorities of the member state concerned and to the SAAT coordinator in the UN Police Division. Part 1 is the reading comprehension. You will be given a mission-related story with a question and answer sheet which contains 10 questions related to the key facts of the story. You will also be given a blank sheet of paper for your note-taking. Any notes that you take on the blank sheet you are allowed to keep throughout the exam. Read the text very carefully. You may write on the test as you wish. You will not be graded for any marking made on the test itself, only on the question and answer sheet. After reading the test, answer the 10 questions on the question and answer sheet. Be sure to include the entire key fact in your answer. It is not necessary to write in grammatically complete sentences. It is highly recommended that you use the blank sheet of paper for important notes from the reading. These notes will be essential for Part 2 of the assessment. You will be able to keep only the sheet of paper with your notes for the second part of the exam. Keep the test and question and answer sheet face down until you are asked to start. You will have 20 minutes to complete the reading comprehension. The instructor will indicate when these 20 minutes begin. The instructor will then announce when there are 5 remaining minutes and when there is 1 final minute. After the 20 minutes have passed, the instructor will collect the reading test and the question and answer sheet. You will keep the written notes that you made on the blank sheet of paper for the second part of the assessment. Please write your full name, your individual test serial number, and other details clearly in the space provided on the question and answer sheet you receive. Good luck. Introduction. This is the second section of the UNPOL Combined Language Assessment. It is divided into 2 parts. In the first part, you will hear one person describing the mission-related topic you have just read about in the reading comprehension. It will be introduced as the narrative. In the second part, you will hear a conversation between 2 people who are discussing the same mission-related topic. It will be introduced as the dialogue. Please be reminded that the use of any computer devices, microphones, books, external notes, or assistance from others is not permitted. Candidates who fail to observe appropriate conduct during this test will be excluded from the assessment process. Such actions will be duly noted and communicated in writing to the authorities of the member state concerned and to the SAAT coordinator in the UN Police Division. You will be given a report writing form and another blank sheet of paper. Take careful notes on the blank sheet of paper of both the narrative and the dialogue. Pay attention to the important facts and key information. You will hear the recording only one time. Once the narrative and dialogue are finished, you will be asked to use your notes from both the reading and the audio parts to write down your own complete police report. You will have 30 minutes to complete your police report. The instructor will indicate when these 30 minutes begin. The instructor will then announce when there are 5 minutes remaining and when there is 1 final minute. Please do not forget to write your full name, your individual test serial number, and other details clearly in the spaces provided on the report writing sheet. Good luck. Narrative. On the 11th of April 2011, 2 suspects were arrested by a Comoro police patrol with call sign Alpha Mike 120 for the abduction of a young man on the 5th of April. They were brought to the police station in Comoro for further questioning. One of the suspects was Martino, who stated that he was born on the 20th October 1989 and had gone to the capital city Dili on 4th of April 2011 for a job after receiving a phone call from his cousin Antonio Gomez, who is the owner of the microbus. Gomez stated that he had found a job for Martino. After arriving in Dili, Gomez took Martino to a small house where 3 students from Dili National University lived. Gomez introduced them and told Martino to stay with them that night. He then stated that he would come the next day to take him to his job. Martino noticed that all 3 students at the house took drugs and were involved in some criminal activities to earn money for drugs. Gomez came to the house the next afternoon and gave Martino $100 and asked Martino to help kidnap another person in the evening. Gomez threatened Martino, and so Martino agreed. At 1900 hours on the 5th of April 2011, Gomez drove the microbus with Martino and the 3 students to the Thai restaurant. One of the students carried a revolver, another student carried a machete, and the 3rd student carried a hammer, while Martino took a bamboo stick in his hand. They stopped their microbus near the restaurant and waited outside. 5 minutes later, one of the students called the victim on his mobile phone and asked him to come outside. As soon as Paolo came out, the suspects forcefully pushed him into the microbus and left. One student held a machete to the boy's neck to stop him from shouting. At about 2100 hours, they arrived at the house on Fomento Road, where the students from Dili National University lived. Martino admitted that in the house he hit the boy on his chest and wrist with the bamboo stick. Gomez left the house at about 2200 hours, saying he would come the following morning and would make plans to get money from the victim's father. However, Martino stated that the following day they received information that the police were investigating the case and were searching for them. They locked the boy inside the storage room and fled. Dialogue.
Police officer, what's your name?
Suspect, Martino.
Tell me your date of birth.
I was born on 20 October 1989.
Do you know why you were arrested?
I participated in the abduction of a boy.
Why did you get involved in the incident?
My cousin threatened me if I didn't join.
What is your cousin's name?
Antonio Gomez.
Did he give you a reward for the abduction?
He gave me $100.
Who else participated in the abduction?
My cousin and 3 students.
Do you know where the 3 students come from?
They are from Delhi National University.
Do you know why the students were involved with the crime?
They were drug users and wanted to earn money for drugs.
What weapons did you all use to kidnap the boy?
One student carried a revolver, another carried a machete, and the third one carried a hammer. I only had a bamboo stick with me.
What type of vehicle was used for the incident and who was driving?
It was a white mini microbus, and my cousin Gomes was driving the car.
How did you get the boy to come out of the restaurant?
One of the students requested Paula to come out by calling him on his mobile phone.
What did you do in the microbus to stop Paulo from resisting and shouting?
One student held a machete to the boy's neck to stop him from shouting.
What did you do to the boy after arriving at the house?
I hit Paula on his chest and wrist with a bamboo stick.
What was your plan?
Gomes said he would come the following morning and would make plans to get money from the victim's father. However, the next day, we received information that the police were investigating the case and were searching for us. We were scared, so we locked Paula inside the storage room and left the place.
Thank you for your cooperation. We may require an interview with you again later.